ladies and gentlemen, Chief of Staffs of the Republic of the Gambia, Honorable Ministers, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, respected representatives of Zakat Foundation, community leaders, esteemed guests, members of the media, parents, teachers, and our dear students. Welcome you all. It is with immense pride, joy, and gratitude that we gather here today to celebrate a milestone in our nation's education journey. The official opening of the Gambia Academy, first phase, a vision brought to life through the generous support of our esteemed partners, Zakat Foundation. Today marks not only the inaugurations of the school building, but the beginning of a new chapter, one rooted in a hope, opportunity, and the empowerment of the future generations. To Zakat Foundation, we extend our heartfelt appreciation for your unwavering dedications to humanity and for choosing to invest in the Gambia's children. Your partnership has made this dream a reality. To our teachers and parents, you are the pillars of this institution. Your guidance, care, and commitment will shape the hearts and minds of our students. Let us remember that this is only the beginning. Together, we will nurture excellence, inspire innovations, and create a beacon of learning that will shine across our nations and beyond. Once again, welcome, and thank you all for being part of these historic occasions.
Today marks for me one of the most significant points in my journey, creating my vision, which is to transform and to renovate and rebuild education on the African continent. This vision started more than 10 years ago, but I actually started to build it 10 years ago in its physical form. I started with very little, just the dream in my mind. I utilized that moment to really kick myself, to push myself as hard as I could, to become as known as I could around the world, not because I was looking for fame, but I was looking for the means to be able to bring my dream into reality. Because one thing I know is if you want to do something, you never rely on anyone else except yourself. And that is exactly what I've done that has brought me here today. And so this is the realization now and the beginning of that journey of my vision for education in Africa. It's been something that I would like to see in its physical form. And that is exactly what I'm doing on the inside with the curriculum, is building a curriculum that was tailor-made for the people that it is designed to serve, and that is African young people, not Europeans, Africans. And we need to make sure that we infuse within the education systems the right skills, tools, knowledge, and empowerment that they need in order to succeed, not outside of the Gambia, but to succeed here in the Gambia. We need to give them the tools to understand how to build a nation. I am incredibly proud of my students. They know that I live and breathe for young people, because all of us are only here for a short time, right? Whatever length of life we get is all we get. So what I'm interested in is legacy. I'm not interested in what I'm doing here today. I'm interested in what I can leave behind. I come from a tradition that has been built on that, on generations and generations of inheritance. I would not be standing here today if it was not for those who have been before me in my own tradition. To build a nation, we need as many hands as possible. And I say we don't have a problem in Africa with hands. We have many, many hands. What we have a problem with is the minds. And that is what I'm trying to change. Because those minds inform the hands. And they teach them how it is to grow a nation, how to build a nation from the ground up. We cannot depend only on leadership to guide us. It has to come from ourselves. So this is what the Gambia Academy is about.
I will take this opportunity to welcome Sidiki, one of our fantastic students of the Gambia Academy. Sidiki Jobate, please welcome.
I know what it feels like to try and grow up in a society, in a world that is not built for you. As a young African of mixed background who has spent part of my life in the West, I learned what it meant to fit in and what it cost. I spoke the language, I dressed like everybody else, I learned to move in that world comfortably. On the outside, I belonged, but on the inside, a part of me was silent. My African side, my voice, my culture, my true identity had no place in the classroom. It was as if my presence was accepted, but my true identity was not. And the sad truth is, most Africans abroad and on this continent to this day grow up believing that anything good, anything smart, anything successful comes from outside of Africa. Again, it's very painful. It's very painful to see young Africans growing up missing something so vital in their learning. A chance to be able to know their own history, to know their own heritage, to know their own culture, to know what it means to have their own voice. The Gambia Academy changed the course of my life. Here, I was introduced to a new form of education, one that does not ask me to forget who I am, but rather to understand it further, to embrace it, to love it, and most importantly, to harness it. I also discovered something very important to me, my love for the balafon. If I had gone to any other school, I would have most likely been given the chance to play the piano, the violin, or the flute. Instruments that are not part of my culture, somebody else's culture. But here, at this academy, African culture is a part of our lives every day. This is empowerment. This is building us from the inside out. Here at the academy, we learn that Africa is not somewhere to run away from, but that it is in fact in our hands to build from the ground up. And the only way is up.
For the last 10 years, I have pushed myself to the limit, and whatever I thought was the limit, I pushed myself again to realize this dream, to keep these kids in school for 10 years. Not one single dollar do I ask from any of their parents. I take care of their food. I take care of their transportation. I take care of their clothes, their healthcare, whatever it is they need, their career paths. You want cameras, you want phones, you want this, you want music equipment, whatever it is. This is what I'm here to support. But that comes from somewhere. And I've done it myself. And I've been told that it's very difficult to get funding because I'm not here to serve the system that has been built to keep Africa at the bottom. And that is why I struggle to get funding from some of the biggest organizations out there. Someone said to me, go for the private sector. Go for people who can understand your vision, share in your ambition, and support you. And this is exactly what I found in Zakat. In Chicago, I believe. I sat in the office and I met the director, Mr. Halil, and Donna. And this was a turning point for me because I met two people that also understood my vision, understood my mission, and they had the means to support. And these are some of the blessings that come in our lives that have the capacity to turn things. And this is a turning point, as I said, in my life. And I'm forever grateful for Zakat to have that moment to listen to me and to understand what I'm trying to do. And one thing that I remember that Mr. Halil said to me, and I've spread this around the world wherever I go, I say, he said to me, you know what? If I can invest in something that may reduce the numbers of people I have to help, I see that as an investment for the future. And that's something that I will always remember.
over 10 years, Dr. Jobate has developed a curriculum that focuses on African culture, combining practical skills. And that really paved a way for me, because now I have to find my way, which is Reframe Africa. And Reframe Africa is my film company that I'm working on. And today, I stand here as an aspiring filmmaker. Ngalapang ko bidata nyame na karangola fanala amantare sabang kuya. And Gambia Academy ndola karambumo abola faleka. Kasa ni student loko almanya na boy bulala silo na mangodi kras na kilometer. And I'm speaking Maniga not just because I want to speak Maniga, but I'm speaking it because it's our language and we need to preserve it. Our language are dying each and every day. And these are things that we need to preserve as Africans. So when you call it the Miyalanko, Yazaka Mudale na Kumayandi Bake, Nakarambuman. But I got into film because I want to shape how the world sees Africa and how we see ourselves. So my brand, Reframe Africa, was born from a mission to tell our untold stories, who we really are, and the positions we have out there at the world. And today I'm saying thank you to Dr. Jobate for developing a curriculum that paved a way for me to be able to do what I am doing today. I thank you.
My journey of self-discovery began at the Gambia Academy, and I believe every African deserves the same opportunity. Through the curriculum we learn, and most especially our history classes, I've learned about what it meant to be an African. I've learned about powerful dark-skinned African role models who built and led their nations with pride. I also came to realize that what we are taught at school is not something that is really going on. Education in Africa made us believe that who we are is not enough. But what they are supposed to do was to make us believe and also make us understand that who we stand for is what we really are. And today, I would like to tell each and every single person here, especially my fellow students, we are powerful and we don't need anyone to tell us. And that realization has led me today into founding my dream. And today, I am the founder of Our Heritage, Our Power, a product line and a movement that celebrates the African beauty and culture. This is more about aesthetics. It is about self-worth. And today, I would like to tell everyone that during my journey in the Gambia Academy, I spent over 10 years in the Gambia Academy. And with that, I am so grateful for that. Because if it wasn't for the Gambia Academy, I wouldn't be able to find out what I am and who I am. I want people to understand that African made is also world class. I also want people to know African made can also be responsible. And today, I stand before everyone as a proud dark-skinned African who is willing to make a change and who is willing to continue in the Gambia Academy and fulfill the dream of Dr. Jobate.
I want to take this opportunity to welcome our donor. Please, for this one, I want a standing ovation. A round of applause for Zakat Foundation. We welcome you on stage to give remarks on the cutting of the ribbon. Thank you so much.
Gambia Academy, thank you for the invitation. It's an honor to be here today among you. First time we met, and when I listened to you, I knew this is not only a school that you are building. This is not these walls or these buildings that you are building, but you're building a future. You're building individuals that are going to build the empires, because empires built by the human being. A nation, my friends, that doesn't have memories cannot have imagination. And you were building that imagination for Africa. And knowing Africa, I knew that these young, my sisters and brothers, will be shaped in your hand and build a future for Gambia. and future for Africa.
Your music had my ear, but your school stole my heart. We wish you the best. As my husband said, our plan is to be here as long as our Creator allows us, to be here for the children, to be here for Gambia, just to see you guys move forward. So thank you for the work that you've done, and thank you all for having us. Thank you.
This project stands as a reflection of a shared vision. I must take a moment to acknowledge Dr. Sona Jobate and her team, whose determination, faith, and love for the Gambia made this possible. Her passion for education and her belief in empowering young Gambians is truly inspiring. This reminds us that when we invest in our people, especially our youths, we are investing in the nation's greatest asset and strength, who will one day become leaders, teachers, engineers, doctors, and the future builders of our nation. Together we can make it possible. It is truly a proud day for me and the Dynamic Builders family.
We'll just take you through a documentary just to show you a lot of what we do as Gambia Academy.
In 2015, the Gambia Academy began as a vision, one that started outdoors with few chairs, instruments, and an idea that education in Africa could and must be different. We traveled to villages across the country, holding auditions for young people with talent, drive, and dreams. And we opened our doors to the first 21 students. From the very beginning, we focused not only on education, but on care, food, health, and support for every student, every day. Across Africa, young people spend more than a decade in school, yet too often graduate unprepared, armed with certificates, but not with skills to build, lead, or innovate. Our education system remains rooted in colonial legacies, designed to produce workers, not thinkers, and to value Western ideas over African identity. This is the cycle we are breaking. The Gambia Academy is building a new model of education for Africa, one that restores confidence and self-worth and equips students with the real skills to develop their nations. For 10 years, the Academy has been sustained almost entirely through the commitment of the founder, Dr. Jobate, funding the school through her music career, performances, and global partnerships. Now with our new campus opening a fully digital curriculum on the way, the Gambia Academy stands ready to scale its impact across Africa. The Gambia Academy, transforming education, transforming Africa.
The Gambia Academy stands out as the first formal transformational academic institution offering structured educational courses ranging from music, history, the culture, heritage, and the creative arts at the tertiary level in this country. And that is a huge achievement. This fills a long-standing in our educational system. And we have heard from the two students that have explained how the curriculum has been able to transform them from inside to make them what they are today. This initiative, I must say, aligns closely with the government development objective, that is the Recovery Focused National Development Plan 2023-2027, which seeks to equip Gambians with the skills for the 21st century. The creative industry are a powerful engine for growth,
and soft diplomacy. With Dr. Sona's recent appointment as the tourism ambassador, we recognize the important role that she plays in promoting the Gambia's image at home and abroad. On behalf of the government of the Gambia and His Excellency President Adama Barrow and the entire government, I wish to most sincerely express our deepest gratitude to Dr. Sona Jobate and of course the Zakat Foundation for this remarkable contribution to the nation building.